and welcome to my channel Quinta Entre Aguas. My name is Matthias. This is Ida. And this is Simba. First I want to apologize for last week's video where there was no sound when I was using an external microphone. And I know now why. This is the microphone I used. And you can see it has this kind of connector. And that's not working. I went through my stuff and found an old cell phone headset thing, and this has this kind of adapter or connector, and that one works. So I'm gonna redo a couple of parts that I did last week with the other microphone. Give me a sec. So this one works, I hope. I did test it, and that's what I should have done with the other one before editing the video and running out of time to redo the sections. So let's see. So this wall, that whole section was there were brambles in front of it, so last week was the first time I could see the wall from this side, and the same for this wall. It was also covered with brambles, and I opened this section around the olive tree, which was also covered with brambles, and there's still a corner I have to do. And I only took these steps once when I first visited the farm, and now I can do it again. But before I can do the area here, I need to move the wood. We had left over, or the old wood that used to be the roof. This wall as well was covered with brambles. And the other thing I was explaining is, so this is the old water tank, and here there is like a water canal. I thought it was to fill the water tank, and that's the other end. So I opened this area a bit to see if there is a water canal coming from that side, because on the other side is the water wheel that was driven by probably a donkey to rotate and get buckets with water out of the well, but I don't see anything here. So that was from last week, and before I can continue, like I said, I need to remove the fallen trees to give me more easier access to the grasses. And I'm gonna show you the before and after this time, having the camera on me and just showing you every section I do, because I have to do a lot more strimming. Deadline is 1st of May, then the land must be clean, or otherwise you could get fined. So that's not something I want, of course. So yeah, time to re-tank the strimmer and get going again. Stay tuned. This corner is now done. I might have to go to the other side and cut the brambles on the other side, and there are big sticks I'm gonna put in my burn barrel like these. So yeah, That part is almost done. Here is some trash, old wood. Started here already a little bit, and then I thought I need to give you a before and after. So I don't know. This area is the next I'm gonna do, including the gate and all of here. Yeah. Let's see how far I get. Stay tuned. I am done with this area. Let me show you. So this was already done, but now I can see my gate again. Dogs are with me as usual, and I thought I would continue this way, but as you can see, it's in the full sun, and this part is not yet in the shade, so I'll have to see. I have to see where I continue. I'll let you know later. I found the spot I am continuing. It's a little bit in the shade, and it is my entrance gate. These are very high, as everywhere, and I'm having trouble. Well, I have to lift them over it, but to open my gate I need to I'll lift it, and also this outside corner and the whole street needs to be done. Should be by the Y1-W50, the community here, but they haven't been here yet. So since I'm going to do this part and this part, I'm probably gonna do something on the outside as well. So I'm gonna grab my strimmer and show you the result in a bit. Stay tuned. I am done with my entrance gate. Have a look. Of course the dogs are here, but now it's all gone. And I even did the middle thing of my driveway, and a little bit on this side and a little bit on this side. Like I said before, the street should be done by the community, by the freguesia, but they haven't been here yet. So by doing this now, it's a little bit easier for me to get in and out. I'm not intending to do anything on this side of the driveway. I'm probably gonna do this. I have to do in front of the solar panels and beneath it, but yeah, another time, later. Bon dia. Today I want to get done with the strimming around the ruin. So we start here, and then once I'm done here, I probably it's very high here. Where's the wall? Gonna do the front in front of the wall, and then around the corner in front of the ruin. I'll show you later. Now I want to get going here, as long as I still have some shade. Alright, stay tuned. I'm done with this part. Let me show you. So, as you can see, there's no more shade. It's 1 o'clock or something. So this part is done. And maybe you notice that fig tree is also free of brambles. And actually the whole corner is reduced in brambles. I'm not sure you can see, but there was an old metal fence going around, and I think this tree is infested with ants, but it still have leaves, so we'll see how long this tree will last, or if how it will. There are still brambles in the tree because I couldn't get them all out, and I've done this wall and I redone this part because, as you can see here, the ferns already grew again. Only did this part a week ago, something like that. So yeah, stuff is growing insanely fast here. So later today I want to do this part, but not now. Now it's time for a break. Stay tuned, and later. Good morning. It is the next day, and it is another beautiful day in central Portugal. I continued yesterday, but eventually I ran out of light and pre-mixed fuel for the strimmer. But let me show you what I did in front of the ruin. So this I did yesterday, and it's not done yet, so I need to get this done now, first thing today. But yeah, we are getting somewhere. Also did clean up in here. Still need to do this one, which I plan to be a kennel for the dogs, and also the dogs that I want to get. And this I showed you yesterday already. So first time this wall is exposed on the inside, and it does need some help. But this is something for the future, because I'm afraid I have to hire somebody to do this, and I'm also afraid it will be a lot of money. But anyway, I get to mix the fuel and get started with the last piece in front of the ruin, and then I see what I do next. I mean, there's still lots of strimming to be done to finish this terrace, and these are growing also again. Also the terrace where the solar panels are needs trimming. They even touch the solar panels on the bottom, so that has an effect on the efficiency of my solar panels. I think I have a little problem. I was washing, and it seems my not to see. Let's see. I think there is a problem with the wastewater, by the look of it. I have an idea what could be the cause of this. Yep. Looks like this was not such a good idea after all. This is really clogged up, let's say. Okay. But that explains why the water wasn't flowing away. Now I can wash again, probably. Alright, anyway, what I wanted to show you is that I'm done with the strimming in this area. It's all cut down, besides between the rocks. Couldn't get there with the strimmer, but I think it's okay for now. Probably have to do it again in a couple of weeks. And I also started here. Little side note, this entrance is just as wide as my strimmer. So I actually have to twist it like 45 degrees. But yeah, I have to think about something else to avoid having mosquito eggs in the pipe. Maybe just wash regularly and flush them out. Alright, I have a new tool on the farm, and that is the Y1-W50, or in German Unkraut Fuchs. Friend of mine who is a gardener as a profession said I wasted my money, but it is working with hot water, and it's supposed, I mean, you know, these weed killers that work with a flame or hot air to have a thermal reaction in the plant which builds protein, I think, or Eiweiß in German, which kills the plant by not having the regular thing. Lost for words once again. But anyway, this effect is done with this one with hot water, 90-95 degree hot water, and opposed to these other heat weed killers, the hot water is supposed to reach down to the roots and have the same reaction in the roots and kill the plant entirely. I intend to use it here on the granite platform and under the mobile home, and we have to see how it works. As you saw on the packaging, it says it needs 72 hours, and that means hopefully I will unpack it and set it up. Hopefully I can use it, because it's a little bit power hungry with 3,500 watts. Look at that, you see? So this is quite a lot, and should work. I mean, I have enough power, my batteries are full, the sun is shining, but 3,500 watts, that means it will, I assume, for the heating cycle, which is only 60 seconds, but I assume it will pull close to 15 ampere, which is the maximum I can have. So I'll have to see if I need to, if I can run it from a power outlet from the mobile home, or if I have to run a wire from the solar room or from the tech room directly to be on a separate fuse. We will see. Like I said, I'll unpack and build it up and read the manual, and then I'll show you how it looks like. Stay tuned. The assembly was quite easy, but sadly one of these rubber sealings was broken on the lens, so I had to use one of the two brown ones that come in the package as a spare, which is nice, but still on a new device I expect that the seals are also new and not it looks like they were old and dried out and just broken. The manual is in German and English. I know the manufacturer is German, and one thing, and the assembly is quite easy, but one thing I saw, use only tap water. They say specifically in the manual, only warning, only use tap water. Do not fill the device with rainwater, water from cisterns, or distilled water. I have no clue why that would be. And another thing that caused my attention is that, where is it? Yeah, you have also a steam function, very nice. Descaling. To prevent the accumulation of lime after every third use, after 70 liters of water, or after storage for more than 3 months, it's recommended to clean the pipe with a household machine descaler. No vinegar. They did, and they talked then about their own descaler, and the device came with a sample of their KEX descaler. So that means I need to buy a descaler, machine descaler, and then let's see. So I need to get the machine descaler to use it more often than 6 times, because after 3 times I can use the one that came with the machine. So now I am gonna try it out and see if I have enough power, if that will work, and probably gonna set up the camera for time-lapse, although I'll have to see. Stay tuned. I'm ready to go. I filled up the water tank to the max. Not sure if you can see it, but there is a max and a min, because you need to have between 5 and 20 liters. I turned off the air conditioning and the refrigerator just to be on the safe side, and hopefully it works. Here I need to press for 3 seconds to turn it on, and you need to hold the you can't see it, the handle for 60 seconds to heat it up. Then this blinking should stop, and then you can go kill the weeds. I'm gonna set up the camera on a tripod for the time loops. Unfortunately, I don't have power to supply to the camera since I'm already on the limit. So it will run till I stop or the battery is gone. Enjoy. Unfortunately, this is not working. Tried it twice. Twice the breaker in the mobile home has been tripped. So now I need to get a very long extension cord to get it directly from the tech room. That's something I don't have right now. It's unfortunate, but I was a little bit afraid of that. So every time that the machine turns on and when it starts to heat up, the 16 amp trigger is triggered, and then it's off. I'm not sure. No, I turned off the air conditioning. I even turned off the refrigerator, and I believe the water pump is on a different circuit. But it is the trigger in the mobile home and not in the tech room. So like I said, I have to think about it, but yeah, a little bit disappointed, to be honest. But anyway, it is what it is. This is off-grid life, living on solar power. So you have to tweak things to make it work. That's it for this week's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice weekend. Stay healthy, stay happy, and have a good life. And I hope you're gonna watch my next video as well. Bye!